It's Dr. Karthik Ram. Welcome to my podcast. I'm a board certified plastic surgeon and educationalist based out of Chennai. I'm really honored that you have taken your time and given me your gift of your attention. Hope you are going to love this session. Please follow me in my Instagram handle for more updates. My Insta handle is Ram Dr. Karthik, RAMDRKARTHIK. Enjoy today's podcast. Now I am in Chennai Plastic Surgery. We are going to do the Plastic Surgeon's Diary, the third episode. And I am expecting Dr. Joyce to join with me. So basically, what we do in the Plastic Surgeon Diary is last 1 or 2 weeks, whatever interesting cases we have seen, or something else we want to share with our the viewers. We want to share our interesting week with you, so that like that idea of the plastic surgeons. The diary is, even after 10 years, if I go back and sit in the Instagram and seeing this Instagram plastic surgeon diary videos, Joyce, yes, I'm just wondering what happened to you, but today we are starting our third episode. Can you give us the disclaimer, Dr. Joyce? What normally we give the disclaimer note?
Welcome everyone to yet another session of the Plastic Surgeon Diary. So we use a lot of our patient references during this discussion. So we mask their identity so that we don't violate their privacy in any way. So as Dr. Karthik said, a very busy week, a very hectic week, a lot of things happened, a lot of experiences to share with you. I first at outset I would like to thank all the viewers who've been watching and who've given us our feedback as well. So we had one patient from Kerala who was who got operated with us for gynecomastia surgery. So this patient that time had with his parents and couldn't reveal to us that his main reason why he was going through all the emotional trauma was because of the body shaming by his own family members. So last talk, Dr. Karthik, I think you remember the last time we mentioned about how body shaming is a very important factor in our plastic surgery, in our cosmetic surgery patients. And we need to keep, into mind when we are talking to our patients and when we are operating and finding out their motive behind the surgery. So Dr. Karthik had a message from one of those patients that he operated from Kerala for gynecomastia. Dr. Karthik, would you want to elaborate about it?
Spoke about the body shaming in the family. Okay, the most of the time body shaming usually starts at the family level. Okay, even this guy was bullied by the parents and saying that he looks like our god Vinayaka. So he kind of really get upset about the whole issues, and he revealed after that. He called us and revealed that, doctor, you spoke the correct thing. The body shaming started at the home level. So my parents only bullied me first. That only hurted me a lot, and because of that, that made me come for a surgery, because that upset, that emotional upset really bothered me. So only he came for a surgery. That's what he told me. So parents, really a big request from our side. Please don't bully your kids for any reason. Though you do it for very just for a fun, and you don't think that they take it serious. But the small bullying is the starting point for the biggest depression in the future. So never body shame them for any reasons. And one more patient I remember, Dr. Joyce, that other girl who called from Bombay and said about her experience.
Yes, we had another patient.
So that girl who called us after seeing the live and said that she came for a consult. She's a software engineer. She came for a consultation from Bombay, and she's supposed to go for a breast reduction with us, but because of some reasons, what happened is because of lockdown, her parents are not allowing her to travel to Chennai. So she underwent a surgery with some other doctor in Bombay, and he's also a good doctor. But what happened is they're supposed to do the vertical scar breast reduction, which leaves only one scar in the center alone. But they converted into a T-scar breast reduction, mostly because for her own good, but it is not conveyed to the patient earlier. So even immediately after surgery, she was very upset. She was very much crying like anything. And then I spoke about the vibes. Like if your wife's suiting with the doctor, go for the surgery. Then we call your correct doctor. My wives are not at all suiting with the doctor for some kind of a reason because of lockdown, other reasons. I went for a surgery with him. I totally understand. I should have gone surgery with me, kind of. Like that is not that I'm better than that person, because that's a kind of a the doctor patient, that vibration, it has to be like sync with each other. Then only that people will know, like that the patient will be happy. Even if I'm not comfortable with the patient, I tell them clearly some reasons I'm not comfortable operating on you. Really don't mistake this. I really believe in these vibes. If the patient and doctor sync with each other in the vibes, then only especially the cosmetic is a lot of emotional factors and psychological factors are involved. So obviously we need to sync with the person to perform the surgery. So these are all the updates from the previous plastic surgeons episode and diary. And this week, few other interesting cases we have seen.
Yeah, speaking about positivity, so we had one patient uh, who sent a lot of reviews in Google to Dr. Karthik so that he can wipe out and push all the negative reviews that have been written against him.
Actually, yeah. See, the thing is, this patient, see, suddenly one day we got a negative review. See, always negative reviews sometimes upset us also, but we do understand that patient is not happy about our surgical procedure. So, the patient is basically from my hometown, and he came with a lot of hope that I'll make his nose all right. And we performed the surgery for 4.5 hours. Patient is not affordable much but he wants to perform the surgery. So like always, the native people, when they come, we also want to help them, right? So we reduced the price. 4.5 hours we operated, and after that he came for first review after a week for the suture removal. The results are extremely good in our perspective, because if I want to convince any patient, if I ask them to see the review, they'll be definitely happy seeing the review. After that, he also okay. He went back. Suddenly, one day we saw one review, negative review about our surgery, and he said we looted his money, and we kind of spoiled his whole nose, kind of. I was so confused. After that, we are trying to call him for the review so many times. He is not coming for the reviews, but he keep like coming back again and again, write negative things about us. And the same thing happened after 1.5 years. He wrote a negative review about us again. And we also told him, see, we are not going to judge him. See, for him, he doesn't like the nose. It's not to do with our surgery also. But we have to understand why he's not happy, and we have to make them happy. But he's not coming for the review also. What can we do? And we also trying to help him. We are trying to contact him. We'll see. Once the negative review came in the Google, suddenly he lot of positive reviews poured in. 5-6 positive reviews poured in. I'm so confused. None of the reviews are my reviews. In the sense, I have not treated some patients like that way. I'm so confused. I'm discussing with my the marketing people also. I was wondering, though it's a positive review, and whether to keep it like that, or like it's not our patient. The happiness is when we do something to the patient and they write the review, it makes us happy. But when we have not done anything and the review comes, definitely it won't make us happy. So I was wondering why this kind of a positive reviews keep pouring in. And next day, one of my patients came, and he said, "Doctor, did you see the positive reviews?" Yes, I said, yes, I did I saw the positive reviews. Then he revealed that all those reviews written by me, because I can't see a negative review popping up in the front. I know about you. I know your work. I don't want that to be in the front, and posted positive reviews from friend's ID, so that the negative review goes down. See, a lot of companies also approach us for removing the negative review about us. See, definitely we don't want to do it, because negative reviews will definitely makes us improve more. Most of the time, negative review happens in the cosmetic surgeon's practice because of the improper communication between the patient and the doctor. See, what happened in this case is he came from a native place. I want to help him. So I haven't discussed much about the post-operative, how he looks and how he how the results going to be. Like I take it granted. Like my thing is, okay, I'm going to help him for sure. I want to, even if I work for 4 5 hours, it doesn't matter. I want to help him. That makes me not discuss much about the post-operative thing. That's the reason, like he's unhappy. So negative reviews makes us improve more and makes us learn few things. And even the most of the negative review patients, we call them, we make them definitely happy, but this guy is not coming back. Okay, this is the other positive thing. One more positive thing, what happened is, see, always positivity matters in our practice, especially the positivity matters in our surgical practice. What happens is, 71-year-old male came with a multiple lipomas. It's a fat ball kind of things all over the body. No, even during the first consultation, he was extremely happy. And even I came a little late for the consultation, and I apologized him. So immediately he said that I never saw any doctor apologize for the late coming and seeing the patient. So he very thanked us. After that, he went for the procedure. He's very positive patient and very, very, like whatever we say, immediately we follow. So this investigation you have to do, you have to meet a cardiologist, get open. Immediately he does everything. And so we did the surgery yesterday morning. And, when the patient is so much positive, even surgery is very easier for some reason. I don't know why. So the surgery is really extremely easy. I've done maybe 200 multiple lipoma surgeries till today, but I have not seen such a easy surgery in my life, because it's all jumping out. The multiple, as soon as I make a cut, lipomas are jumping out, coming out. It's very easier actually yesterday. And even the recovery, if you see him, evening 4 o'clock, I'm going after 2.5 3 hours surgery. He's sitting and having a coffee and, doc, how are you? Am I ready to go? Kind of, that kind of a positivity makes the person recover faster. Okay, so when the same thing happens, the patient is always negative, thinking suspicious, and whether it will go wrong or it will come, the results will be good or not. If it goes bad, what you do. These kind of a patient, something definitely goes wrong, and they won't be happy with the results for some reason. Then again, we need to do few touch-up surgeries. But positive patients, always results are good. That's my experience. One more patient I remember long back, not now, maybe 4 or 5 years back. He's also 70 plus male, and he has a obese, like the hanging tummy, because he lost weight or some reason. He has a hanging tummy, and he has all the complications. He has a diabetic, hypertension, everything in the world. He has it. And we said, I don't think we can do a surgery on you. He said, nothing goes wrong, doctor. I'm so confident on you. Don't worry, you do it. I'll be fine. My anesthete is also a little reluctant. Then, with the high risk concern, we took him for surgery. But he also recovered like this without any issues. Even the youngsters will struggle. This guy is 71 years with all the complications. Immediately he recovered and went back. So what you have to understand is, when you're coming for a surgery, be positive. Believe the doctors. He'll do the good for you. Obviously, he'll makes you happy. Not only here, all the doctors wanting to help you. Same thing happens. One other patient who had a surgery with us. We did an arm tuck for the girl. She's from Singapore, and she came back for some other reason here, and she has some family issues. Single parent. She wants to get ready for the next marriage, so she wants to go for a few procedures. It's during the lockdown. Lockdown is going to be announced or something like that. So what we did is, she kind of keep asking us, doctor, do that also, do this also, kind of. So actually, we did 5 procedures, but we charge only for 2.5 procedures. Okay, something like that. So when we do arm tuck surgery, we always explain to the patient that scar is going to be the issue, because arm tuck scar runs from here all the way down. For it's extended arm tuck, it goes all the way down here, kind of. So scar might not behave well in our Indian skin. So sometimes the issue. So are you ready for it? So after getting all the confirmation only, we do the surgery. For her, accidentally scar becomes little widened, and the problem is the lockdown issues. So she can't come for the regular follow up. I don't blame her for that, but it's happened. So usually, otherwise, what we say is, if it's kind of a widening, we'll always apply a tap and ask them to maintain the tap for some time. A lot of instructions they give. Yes, I do understand a lot of communication game because of the lockdown issue. So the scar becomes widened. So when she comes back and says that because of you only, doctor, the scar widened. It's not as if like we have purposefully did the scar to become viral like that. She keep talking. It's kind of a thing really hurt us. See, none of the doctors are here to spoil your body, or we want to help you. Okay, even see, a lot of things are beyond our control. How your skin react, how your body react, a lot of things are beyond our control. When it happens, but we sit with you and we'll make sure that you'll be happy again. But the negative attitude keeps saying that you looted with a lot of money, kind of. See, the thing is, whenever I give them a lot of concession and do the surgery and work from my heart, those patients only complain, as like, it's kind of really disturbed me. But yeah, what to do? We can't change ourselves. We keep doing it. Get hurt here and that's fine. Okay, so that girl complained, and we want her to come for a review surgery, second surgery, and a local anesthesia. She hasn't turned back. So one more thing is the people coming for a consultation. This happened in the last week itself twice. Um, Dad and father came for a consultation, and both are not willing to fill the form, and they are a little arrogant also. I just going to talk only. Why to pay the consultation fees, kind of. See, the we charge 1,500 rupees for the consultation fees for 1 year. We don't charge it after that for multiple visits. We never charge anything. So, but the idea of charging for the consultation fees is to see the seriousness of the consultation. Whether really serious to come for consulting, or just time pass they are coming, kind of. So only we avoid. We charge 1,500 for a one-time consultation fee for a year. But these guys are not willing to pay. The staff came and asked that they're not willing to pay. What to do? See, I don't know from you. Send them in anyway. We'll consult. Like even after during consultation also, they are so arrogant and they don't want to listen what you are telling. And finally they convinced that I'm the surgeon, and I went back. But that's not a good attitude. Even yesterday, one suddenly the father and son came. They came in a big car. You don't believe, they came in a big posh car, but they don't want to pay the consultation fees. Okay, but they want to say that you are only going to talk. No, why should I pay the money to you? Okay, this is the attitude of our few patients, but it's really a bad thing. The doctor is spending that time to consult you, to guide you what is the ideal procedure for you. Okay, sometimes it happens. So, and today also one of my rhinoplasty patients, they're very happy about the upper 2/3, but here it looks little deviated. They want the correction. So as I said, no, sometimes even our patients, there is a few issues happen, we need to correct it. Okay, we corrected it. She's happy, I'm happy. Okay, when my patients are not happy, obviously I can't sleep in the night. Okay, so I'll definitely make them happy. Hope for you guys that this week is good. And for some reasons, for all the plastic surgeons, July and August is a busy month, and obviously we are so busy here. So thank you for joining with us in today's Plastic Surgeon Diary, and hope to see you soon with some other good histories to share here. Thank you.